Yeah, look, that's the question everyone, I suppose, is seeking the answer for, and it really depends on how long the virus and the issues surrounding it go for. And look, we've seen a little bit of business start up in China this week, which is definitely a positive for the economy, but time will tell until we see, how many of those businesses start, in what capacity they start, when the airlines start travelling to and from China, and that's probably the big one. I know in Australia that tourism just anecdotally seems down quite significantly when you walk around the streets and you look at, say, the trams and how busy they are in Melbourne and things like that. So I think the impact that we've seen is very noticeable down here. So I expect that to be the case around the world. So it really does depend. If we do see the amount of cases topping out and we do see the impact start to decline, then this will be like many other things that we've had, and it will just be economically a short-term blemish. But at the moment, the cases are rising. We're still not seeing productivity come through, and we're seeing supply chains globally impacted. So, I don't think the market is really reacting with the risk that's out there at the moment.
And speaking of that kind of risk, David, I mean, when you think about this in terms of the longer-term perspective, the government, whether or not the leadership in China really has a handle on this. I mean, they seem to be very, very slow to respond in the initial days, whether that's due to a lack of understanding or a fact that they just really didn't want to create, a mountain out of a molehill. You've got to wonder what implications this may have for this leadership down the line. I mean, how concerned are you about what we're seeing from Beijing?
Look, on that front, I would say not too concerned. I think what we've seen come out of China for some time now is a consolidation of power, and I don't think that's changing anytime soon. And I don't think the impact, certainly, that we've seen thus far, even whether it's from the riots in Hong Kong or whether it's from the virus on the mainland, I don't think we're seeing anything which jeopardises that power or which is likely to. So I think what we'd need to see is a significant hit to the Chinese economy, and we'd have to see GDP growth come down dramatically, and that creates social impacts before I think we'd see any questioning of power. But as I said, they've done a great job of consolidating that power, so I don't think there's any risk there.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now, to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.